For the record, your name and just give me a brief summary of yourself.
My visit to TT, Trinidad and Tobago, is part of my global research on the ground, not just by watching a video or watching a documentary or reading a book or something like that. And I want to understand humanity in its totality. That's why I on a global tour, not just in one country, one culture, one people, but in all of them. The Caribbean is part of humanity. So I cannot just ignore the Caribbean and talk about all other regions. And that's my motivation.
I see. Based on what you learned of Trinidad and Tobago in your studies so far, what do you think? Because we are in a very, I don't want to say precarious, but we are in a very interesting part of our history at this point. You see one of our closest neighbors, Venezuela, the unrest that's going on over there. Just recently, we had to put one of our gas deals on hold as a result of U.S. sanctions against Venezuela.
The Dragon,
the Dragon gas deal.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on that?
This is a very good question. I was also interviewed on TV the other day here, and they asked me the same kind of question. I want to compare and contrast. I think that your mention of Venezuela is a very excellent example that I think that TT should avoid. I think that one of the major weaknesses in the political structure over here is that the different political parties, like the one of African descent and the one of Indian descent, somehow cannot work together, and they have a lot of divisions among them. So I think that one of the things that they need to avoid is to avoid the fate of Venezuela, your neighbor. The reason is because over there the opposition and the government cannot work together, and then you allow outside powers to come in and intervene. And every time when you allow outside powers to come in, look, you can see Yemen, Libya, Iraq, Afghanistan, and all that, Venezuela. Every time you have outside powers to come in, they encourage the opposition to fight, and go to war, fight, and supply you money, weapons, and all that. You destroy your own country. So I think that one of the crucial lessons that the people here in TD should learn is that you need to avoid the fate of Venezuela. You may disagree with each other and try to find some solution out of that. I know it's difficult, it's easier to say. I know that. But what other choice do you have? Do you want to go ahead and have this kind of violent unrest, opposition, destroy the entire country? Look at all these years of wasted opportunities because the opposition is allowed to be funded by outside powers. Outside powers come in not because they care about you, they care about themselves. And they use the opportunity to divide and conquer. That's true in human history, everywhere you go. So I know that whatever problem that you have, my advice to you is that try to resolve it as peacefully as you can. Violent unrest, protests, and all this kind of thing is not going to ever too much in the end.
With that in mind, I don't think I have any more questions. Is there anything else?